WebTV Corona Watch and our Day 2 coverage of activities around the clock. It's an interesting day, a brand new day, and the first day of April 2020 promises to be an interesting month amidst challenges around Covid-19. Today we'll be bringing you updates across developments from the global, African, and the Nigerian economy. How is Covid-19 really affecting the economies, and what are the developments across businesses, sectors, and even industries? During this period, it's a time to reflect also through our programmings on the human angle, and also interact more with Nigerians during this period and how they are experiencing this challenge. So today's Day 2 of the lockdown, we'll be carrying out various activities to just reflect on how we're coping with this lockdown. Looking at the developments at the global level, the current index case for the Corona Watch in terms of the COVID impact, confirmed cases are over 850,000, with 42,000 plus deaths, 630,000 plus active cases, and over 178,000 recoveries. In Africa, there are 5,400 confirmed cases plus have been to this period, and also 380 plus deaths and recoveries are now over 300. For Nigeria, the confirmed cases remain 139 with 2 deaths and 9 recoveries. Now to developing stories. The World Bank announced yesterday that 50 vaccine trials are ongoing to tackle the COVID-19 across the globe. This is one of the encouraging stories despite the excruciating impact of the pandemic. As people, families, and businesses adjust to the lockdowns in various parts of the globe, Zoom technology is taking advantage of this by spreading its influence and impact through its video conferencing and virtual services. A recent statistics showed that daily user in the United States of America has risen to a record 4.84 million as at Monday, March 30th, 2020. Air Portugal has announced that it has laid off 9,000 workers for the period of the COVID-19 pandemic, considering the challenges of sustaining their operations in the European and global markets. The World Bank yesterday released a report on 6 ways East Asia Pacific can weather the COVID-19 shock. The steps include: act on containment and the economy. The 1 step to be taken in terms of containment and the economic angles. Invest in healthcare. This includes infrastructure, systems, and structures to ensure that healthcare coverage and management of the processes are effective. Target fiscal support to cope with the crisis. Fiscal stimulus and fiscal economic plans will be critical in this period, according to the World Bank. Ease credit for firms and households. During this period, those that will be affected are the firms, businesses, and even households. They need credit to be eased for them. Keep trade open. In the globalization era, trade is very important, and trade markets have to be open through this period. Boost international cooperation. The World Bank wants East Asia Pacific to explore strengthening international cooperation during this period. The International Air Transport Association has projected a loss of $3 billion by the end of Q1 2020 due to the impact of the COVID-19 on the industry. As we earlier reported, the aviation industry will be worst hit by the COVID-19 and already announced that Air Portugal has laid off 9,000 workers. So we expect to see a lot of challenges for this industry. And in the United States of America, there already works around intervention plans. This industry really has to keep afloat, and I hope that these measures to keep them on board will be explored. In Nigeria, the National Electricity Regulatory Commission announced that it will not increase the tariffs for end customers in the country as initially planned for today. That is good news because the lockdown is here and people having their challenges, how they'll raise income, and then if this was increased, it would have really adversely impacted people. So that has been put on hold. The NERC stated that a performance improvement plan will form the basis for future tariff review. The Chartered Institute of Bankers in Nigeria, CIBN, in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, has perfected arrangements towards hosting a successful annual general meeting and election of new officers who will run the affairs of the institute for a period of 2 years. The annual general meeting, which will hold virtually, is scheduled as follows. Saturday, April 4th, 2020. Time is 10 a.m. and this will be done virtually online. And speaking about virtual conferences and meetings, it has become a very interesting trend. From Dubai, we've now seen that the United Kingdom, the Prime Minister, Mr. Boris Johnson, hosted a virtual Executive Council meeting with all its cabinet ministers. That also was experienced in Lagos State, where the governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, hosted the Executive Council meeting to a virtual-only meeting. That should be the way to go for leaders across the world and even in Nigeria. The fact that COVID-19 has brought lockdowns and social distancing should not stop engagement, meetings, and timely project execution. And that will be all for this segment of the WebTV Corona Watch. You can visit our website www.proshareng.com to get more updates from our news stories and videos. You can also follow our social media platforms showing on the screen for further updates on our market reports. I invite you to join us by 12 p.m. for our midday segment, which will be streamed live on our YouTube, Periscope, and Twitter channels. Till we come your way again, thank you for watching and stay safe.